My topic is bullying in schools. Due to the lack of education in parents, they do not realize their son or daughter is a victim of bullying in their own school. American schools harbor approximately 2 million bullies and 2.7 million of their victims. This growing epidemic of bullying in schools must be stopped because it seems schools are not doing everything in their power to put an end to the torment of their students. As parents or older siblings, it is crucial to know what is going on with our children and to do something about it, because the last thing we want is for our children to be harassed every day when they should be learning to better themselves in the future. One of the major influences that there is right now to our younger generation is the media. One of the places where violence starts, whether it be in video games, in movies, shows. The media tells our younger generation how they should look, how they should act, how they should be. And in any way, if they're different or choose to stand out in anything, they're bullied because that's not what society expects them to be. There are many dangers to bullying that no one takes into account. Suicide remains among the leading causes of death of children under the ages of 14. And in most cases, young children die from hanging. Bullying is the leading cause of suicide. In 2005, 270 children in the ages of 10 to 14 had killed themselves. And according to the American Association of Suicidology, rates among 10 to 14-year-olds have grown more than 50% over the last 3 decades. Another major danger that there is to bullying are school shootings, which is another cause to bullying, because the victim seeks revenge. Without knowing the consequences, he or she tries to stop the bullying that they get every day in school. So they just want their bully to stop. So they take a gun to school to try and stop it, but they don't realize that it's not a danger just to themselves and to the bully, but to other students that have no knowledge of what is going on. The government has launched programs and campaigns to increase all this awareness and to garner support across the country, to stop bullying. But that obviously doesn't seem to be working, so why not try to do something else about it? Let's make it a law, not just a state law. It must be legal to bully anyone, whether it be verbally bullying, physically, or even cyberbullying. It must be stopped one way or another, or at least prevented. What are our senators and congressmen doing up at our nation's capital if something it's not happening, obviously? Teenagers are afraid, so it's up to us to be their voice. We must write letters to our congressmen or senators, call them, leave them a message that it must be illegal to be bullying someone. If that doesn't seem to be working, or if they just don't seem to be listening, well, then let's take it up to the president. He is the one that's supposed to be, protecting and bettering our nation, making decisions and everything. That should be his number one concern right now. It's a huge growing epidemic. If we have to protest in front of his house, then yes, so be it. But something must be done, or at least something. It does take years to pass a law, or big process. But then something should be started already by now. For those parents that do not have the knowledge of bullying, there are programs, there are different ways to find out the signs of being of a bullied child. As a mother, it's very hard for me to see something like that if my child was ever to be bullied. So why not? I know it's hard, but it has to be done one way or another. There are many dangers, and it seems that No one's paying attention to the bullying matters. The lack of parental knowledge is crucial, and we must make bullying in schools our number one concern right now. It must be illegal. It is not something that I just cannot stop stressing over. We obviously see in the news that every day things are happening like that. So anyone can be willing to help, but it takes the will to actually do something about it. It takes one person to make a difference, or even to save a life. But but one is not as strong as all of us.